Manchester United 2, Leicester 4. Manchester United 2, Leicester 4. And David De Gea was Manchester United's man of the match. Let that sink in. Man United have lost 4-2, and the goalkeeper, our goalkeeper, is still our best player on the pitch without a shadow of a doubt. Stopped it from being 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. They all had absolute plethora of chances, absolutely peppering a goal from minute one. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out. If you are still supporting Ollie and you will call yourself a Manchester United fan, you are flipping deluded. I'm sorry, a lot of my good friends are still Ollie in, but you guys and whoever else is watching this video, just fucking let it go. Let it go. This guy was done ages ago. We haven't even played a good team yet. The first time we play a half-decent team and we get absolutely slapped, played off the park with absolute no conviction from Manchester United Football Club. We got battered for the entirety of the game. And as I've already said, David De Gea was our best player on the pitch. There's no way you can genuinely say that you are confident going into Liverpool, Spurs, Manchester City. Bro, everyone was telling me we're 2 points off the top in the international break. Well, we're 5 points off the top, but we've got Liverpool next. So make it 8 points. And then we've got Spurs and Man City. So we could quite easily be 12 points off the top of the table in fucking November. That is absolutely sackable. Not to mention, we could be out of the Champions League in the Europa League come 4 games after. Like, what is going on? How is this acceptable? How are fans still supporting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I need to know because I haven't heard one genuine valid point to why Ole is going to take us to a title challenge. Apart from we're 2 points off first. We're undefeated in 28 games. Well, that record is now gone as well. So what are you going to bank it on? All I'm hearing is excuses, excuses, and excuses. Listen, watch every single game pipe we have played this season. We've been getting outplayed by every single team. Young boys, Villarreal, Ronaldo saved that ass in the last kick of the game. I mean, every single game we've been below par, and we finally come up against a team that has got a bit of quality in the final third, and they have absolutely punished us. Make no mistake about it. On top of that, they're not even doing well. They were currently sat in 13th prior to the game. They're not in a good vein of form going into this game, and we've got Liverpool who've just won 5-0. And we have just been slapped by Leicester. So you can't tell me that Manchester United, with this manager in charge, are going to be competing for the major honours. Everyone said it at the start of the season. Man United should be competing. Man United, okay, you don't have to win the league, but you got to challenge. Do you genuinely think we're going to be challenging under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Absolutely not, people. Let's cut the bullshit, man. Let's cut the nonsense. There is no way. There's no way Ollie is going to turn this around. He would have done it ages ago. There's absolutely no way. People are saying give him 5 more games, give him 3 more games, give him the little. Why? What is he going to do in those 5 games that's going to completely flip the script? He's had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. 2 weeks. 2 weeks to prepare for this game. He's had the entirety of the international break to sit down and think about a manner in which we play against a poor on form Leicester team. And guess what he does? He brings a Maguire back into the team who's had 1 day of training. Yes, Maguire is culpable for the first goal. I am not denying that. But why is he on the pitch? Why is Harry Maguire on the football pitch? Somebody please explain to me why Harry Maguire is on the football pitch. He shouldn't be playing. He's not fully fit at the best of times. And look, he's not fully fit. And at the best of times, when he is fit, he's been shocking this season. There's so many games that he has made mistakes from the back when he's been pressed. And on top of that, he looked shocking in general. Why was Maguire rushed back into the team? Bro, and I said this earlier, if it's Cannavaro, a prime Cannavaro, prime Sergio Ramos, prime, I don't know, any top Puyol, whatever top defender you can think of, then I could understand. Prime Rio, prime Village. But he hasn't been that guy this season. He's never going to be that guy. We know that already. But it's not like he's been pulling up trees this season that we're so desperate to have him back in the starting lineup, man. mistake from minute one. I said it on my Twitter. From the get-go. We were already playing with the hand tied behind the back. There's no way Maguire should be starting this game. Nobody said Maguire should start this game. Jerry said it as a passing comment to take the piss. Oh, he might start Maguire. No one genuinely thought he'd do it. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. And look, obviously, we've got people going to come in, guests on all that. Obviously, I will get you guys up very shortly. Darren's backstage. But listen, I can't believe that people are sat there with chest and saying this isn't Ollie's fault. Like, I mean, obviously, Maguire's to blame for the goal. No one's denying that. But why is he playing? We've got Eric Bailly, who's got a fantastic record against Vardy, 1v1. We know Leicester play with pace. They break quickly. Maguire was going to struggle, even if he's fully fit in this game, realistically speaking. Even if he's on fine form, obviously I'd play him if he's, flying. But he's been shit this season. Varane's been the better defender by a country mile. And again, that was evident. Absolutely shambolic first half performance. They completely tore us a new one. The midfield for Man United today, with Matic, Pogba, and Bruno, for whatever reason, got run ragged. I mean, we can get into that a bit later, but for me personally, it was absolute shambles. No idea what we are doing on the ball. Before I get Darren, I just want to get some of your guys' comments on the screen. So keep your comments coming. I know a lot of Man United fans will be frustrated. If you're a rival fan, obviously laugh. Do what you gotta do, because for me personally, I'll be doing the same. Obviously, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. We post every single day. Shout out to Jerry and Koja for sitting through that bullshit on the watch along. I don't know how to done it, to be quite frank with you. And obviously, slap a like on the video. If you're coming in, this is the first time you're watching this, and you think this guy's been overly negative, or this guy, I don't know what's this guy's content, that's completely fine. But please comment below why you are defending the manager, because I want to know. Why are you saying that I'm over in the negative? Because I get so much people tweeting me, oh, shut up, your Usman talk shy, and all this nonsense, which is fine. Everyone's entitled to opinion. I couldn't care less. But I need valid points to why you are still supporting this manager, because he's so far out of his depth. It's unbelievable. But anyways, as I said, let me get into some of your comments. Manring, Ollie needs to go. I'm so annoyed. We need a world-class manager. Darren said I'm unruly. Obviously, he's backstage. Wonder what the in his excuse is now. I mean, there were 2 points on top of the table. I don't want to sound like a prick, because I am sounding like a prick right now, saying, oh, we're the same team, obviously, of course. But the reason I'm saying it in such jest is because it was such a stupid point. We're only 2 points on table. He's not even doing that bad. We haven't played anyone. The first time we play half a decent team, and we got legs pretty spread wide open, mate. Simple as that, man. Honest to God. Ollie needs to go. Bring in Diego Simeone. I'm not a fan of Simeone coming in personally, James. Obviously, your entitled opinion. He won't come anyways, for starters. But secondly, he's just not the guy for me. Way too negative. I want his winning trophies be a star of a trophy. Big up Usman. Big up Shazad. Thank you for always showing love on Twitter and etc. Obviously shouting out to the people, and I agree with you, bro. I keep getting comments there. It's looking tough for Manchester United. The only person that can save him is Rashford. I mean, Rashford tried his best, poor lad. Scores, and then obviously we concede within 15 seconds. I'm not even confident going for the Atlanta game. Your donut was done last week, or I'm done, he's going to say. Ollie needs to go. If we lose our next 2 games, we could be 13th. Look at our team and let that sink in, bro. We've got Liverpool, Man City, and Spurs our next 3 games in the league. Bro, we could quite easily be sat in 13th, and people will still be supporting Ollie. I mean, for me personally, I just don't understand. I don't understand what he has to do to get sacked, and I'm going to get Darren on that now, because I know me and Darren agree on a lot of things. But listen, I'm just going to give you the floor, my brother. It's not really the manner in which I wanted you to come out, I must say, but it is what it is, my guy. Obviously, appreciate you coming through first and foremost, down, bro, man. Manchester United losing 4-2, and as I said at the start, David De Gea, man of the match, which is an absolute madness to say them 2 sentences together. But what are your thoughts, man?
It's tough times, man. Firstly, glad to be back on the show. Obviously, checked in on the watch along, and yeah, it was pretty gloomy to be honest. It weren't great because obviously took another loss. I don't even know where to start, man. I feel like I'm kind of numb to it now. Like I didn't really come into the game with like expectations of getting the result. It's like a lot of people come in with the idea that we play better against the better teams. Like, and I even hear pundits on TV saying that. I'm like, why are we clinging on to such bullshit? Like that is not reality. If you're a shit team, you're not going to play better up against better opposition. Like, let's be honest, just because we might have had a couple instances where we beat City or, beat Chelsea or whoever, that doesn't mean that we played better against a better teams. That just means we played well that day. Oh, Daniel's at my bloody door. 1 second, bro. Give me a second.
Daniel's gonna rinse you.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming.
Shit. Guys, I'm gonna chuck you off obviously and get you back on very shortly. Yeah, so Daniel's gonna rinse. Oh my god. If you obviously don't know, Eyes on the Ball TV, the homies, man, literally my brothers. But listen, as he was saying there, man, in terms of like flipping. Oh God, where should we start, man? Where should we start? It's an absolute shambles. I just want to quickly get your comments in before I do go on another ramble, because obviously I want to get your guys' thoughts as well. Obviously I'll wait for time to get back. James and Ollie must be a cat who's caught 9 lives. James, listen, I'm gonna ask you. Surely his lives have run out. Surely, I'm not being ridiculous, man. Surely Ollie has got no more lives here, because he's been taking the piss now. Like, to be honest with you, I think I don't know who put it in the comments earlier, but someone put I'm not confident going into the Atlanta game. Someone put that in the comments. Sorry if I missed your name. But listen, I wasn't confident going into that game. Anyways, going into this game, I predicted a 1-1. The only reason I said 2-1 Manchester United was because Ndidi wasn't available, and I was just being a bit overly positive, so to speak. But in my heart and hearts, I didn't think we'd win this game. I just think Leicester, for me, we're gonna, basically draw on the flaws that we've seen in previous games prior to this one. Everton susceptible to the counter attack. The game prior to that, I think it was Aston Villa. I think it's slipped my memory slightly. But again, susceptible to the counter attack, and I said it on the match reactions on Flying Pigs channel. You can go and watch it. They are going to kill us on the break. They're going to be absolutely devastating. And you know what? They did kill us on the break, but even more than that, and credit to them, they completely controlled the game. Tillemans was absolutely phenomenal for them. You've got to give huge props to him. He controlled the game for large periods, but Darren is back now. I think Daniel's probably violated him for about 30 seconds. But yeah, as I was saying, bro, man, like, listen, as you were saying, that there's a myth that we play better against a good team. We haven't played one good team this season so far, realistically on paper. You'd probably argue West Ham was the only one that would be a difficult game for us. The rest we should beat. Leicester, the first team we played, the sat in 13th prior to this game, poor form, and we just got ripped open at absolute will, bro. Like, what is going on?
You made a lot of great points, to be honest. I thought Tielemans was clearly the best player on the pitch. And just if you look at the profile of Leicester as a team, like, they're disciplined. Obviously, Vardy. I think Salah's got more goals than Vardy right now. You got Tielemans, even Samari. Indeed, you weren't even there. Samari stepped up. Ian Nacho was causing problems. I just feel like when you look at their team, it's not a great matchup for us. Do you get what I mean? Like, the only way that we were gonna hurt them, the only way we hurt most teams is on the break, and they set up with a 5 at the back for a reason. We wanted to hit them in the wide areas, but they would double up. Do you get what I mean? So Sancho, Rashford, and who's on up? Greenwood. Do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? It would often be 2-on-1s, and then Greenwood, obviously credit to him with the finish, great goal. But then Tielemans hit us with one back. But generally, just on us as a club right now, I don't know, man. It's hard to have hope, man, because right now the expectations are where they should be. Do you get what I mean? I'm not on this vibe of if we get 3 points, it's a day to sing songs and be all excited. That should be a normal day at the office.
Absolutely.
Do you get what I mean? But it feels now like we just have to cling on to whatever we can get, and that's not Manchester United. Do you get what I mean? We're not a meaty club. Do you know what I mean? We're a top club, but
that's big facts, man. Like, at the end of the day, like you said, man, these guys are, if we won, hypothetically speaking, everyone would be out with top of the league or whatever. People just getting overly happy. I know obviously people can say, well, you guys are being overly critical. I mean, it's not one performance. This is the thing. So it's been a reoccurring theme week in, week. You said it so many times on the chat, as has Sean, who's backstage right now. Sean Dory, I have seen. I'll get you on very shortly, but we've all been saying it, bro. Like, it's not. This was coming. And as I said earlier, he's had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. That's the most he's gonna have, unless there's another international break for any game this season. He's had 2 weeks, and that is what he's mustered. We got absolutely dominated. Absolutely. From start to finish, as we mentioned, Tillemans bossed it. Samari's come in. I think that's his first proper game if I'm not mistaken. I feel like he's probably had a couple of cameos, but his first start. And, you know, if that was Man United fans, we said we haven't got a DM. And Samari is not particularly a DM, although he can play in that role. That's not his actual position. He's a box-to-box as well. And he's coming in and they've just completely dominated us. And for me personally, you've got to look at the manager. There's someone asking questions in the chat. As always, who would you bring in? I mean, that's a conversation for about 20 podcasts in 2 days. But, like, surely that it's got to come back to the manager. I don't want to keep going on about Oli, but the title clearly says Oli out, as people know. But you have to look at the manager at the end of the day because we're not good enough.
Facts, bro. And to be honest,
sorry to interrupt you, Darren. Someone's just put on one of the other WhatsApp groups I'm in because I haven't seen the post-match interviews, but Pogba's just said it in the post-match interview. Apparently, that Pogba's just said we've been having these performances for ages now. We've been poor for ages, and if Pogba's saying it, people are going to get onto Pogba's now. But he's stating facts, man. At the end of the day, it's Manchester United. We're not Arsenal. We're not Tottenham. We're meant to be challenging for the title. Like, we've gone from, we should be winning the title to, we should at least be challenging. Now to, but it's not Ali's fault. You can't challenge with this team. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, every week, the standards are just going, man. Like, right. Where do you sit on the whole thing, man? What are your thoughts?
Oli, man, we know. Oli's a flawed manager, man. He's not Manchester United caliber, and that has been a fact for a really long time. And my thing is, people say give him a chance. He's been here 3.5 years. How long of a chance do you need? Do you know what I mean? And again, people say he built the squad, etc., etc., etc. But listen, it's not time to look back. We just added Cristiano Ronaldo. We just added Jadon Sancho. We need to be talking about moving forward. And clearly, based on performances before we upgraded the squad, from the performances you can tell Oli's not good enough. And the thing is, it's constant issues that we have in our team. Our press has been horrible for years. We don't press. I said pressing and passing, we might be the worst team in the league in both of those things.
We must be.
In both, and that's two essentials to football, bro. On the ball, passing is the key. If you're not a good passing team, you're not going to create chances and you're going to give the ball away, which we do both. Yeah. And if you can't press, then you're not going to win the ball back. And the only way you can not concede is if you're hard to break down. And we're neither. So it just feels like there's so many holes in our team. And it's not like we're asking them to or asking Oli to be Pep Guardiola. This is football 101. Do you know what I mean? We kept one clean sheet in the last 19 games. Do you know what I mean? It's like you said, man, the standard is just disappearing. The standard is just, it's literally just being disintegrated.
Every week, these mans are willing to lower the bar, man, just to keep this man in charge. I don't understand what this guy's done to warrant such a free run of the club. Like you said, it's been here for long enough. We haven't seen any progress. It doesn't look like it's going to prove anytime soon. And as you just rightly said, like, there's too many facets to the game that we aren't doing fantastically well, or even moderately well, or consistently under this manager. And at the end of the day, if you can't do the basic consistently, you're never going to improve, and it's as simple as that. But listen, Darren, I love you and leave you because I know Sean is patiently waiting, and Sean's going to kill someone. I can already see it. But Darren, before we go, as always, man, hopefully Daniel's not going to jump in here because he's going to violate me. But shout out, obviously, your socials, and obviously let the people know where they can find you, my guy.
Yeah, man. At Twitter, obviously, my personal Twitter is Daz_EOTB, and then Eyes on the Ball TV, man. Subscribe to the channel. Obviously, football, NFL, NBA, all of that good stuff. So, yeah, man, appreciate you for having me on, bro. Hopefully, can have you on my channel. We'll be back during the week, man, because it's tough times right now, bro. We need to support each other.
Yeah, 100%, man. Listen, as always, make sure you show love, man. These guys have been there from day one for me. I got love for both Darren and obviously Daniel, the homie, as well. So obviously, don't chat to Daniel at the moment because he's gonna violate us. But he's gonna wait until after Brentford to violate us, I would imagine. But listen, Darren, enjoy the rest of your day if you can, and I'll chat to you very
soon. You too, bro. Bless up.
Right, okay. Benji is in the chat. Oli is a bomb. I mean, look, I've got to shout out Benji, right? So if you guys are day one fans of this channel, you know Benji well. Benji called it from day one, mate. I'm going to just hold my hands up here. Benji, you're fucking right, mate. Benji, listen, bro, I don't know when you're back, but holler at me because we need to do a podcast. But Yeah, I mean, Ollie's had an absolute mare, hasn't he? Time and time again, it's inevitable. Listen, we're going to get Sean on just quickly. I just want to get this comment. Osman, do you think the players want to play for the club? Good question. And also, Pogba looks fuming in his interview. Just to quickly answer this one here from James. Do I think they want to play for the club? I haven't seen it in the last couple of weeks. Whether that's down to the manager, whether that's down to the players not showing the desire to be at the club, that's a different story. And for me, that's not acceptable. Of course, the players should have to give 110%. For the club, but at the end of the day, you have to motivate the players, and it's quite clear that the players don't want to play for him. From what I'm seeing, as Manrika said, Pogba looks fuming in the post match. If you can guys find any of the Pogba quotes, I am getting them through on WhatsApp via the groups that I'm in, but I can't really read any out. So if you've got any Pogba quotes that you can put in the chat that you said in the post match, I would really appreciate it. But anyways, let's get Sean in the building. Manchester United to Leicester 4. Sean, you're glowing, man. You're glowing. The lighting's looking absolutely fantastic. However, I'm sure you don't give two shits about the lighting right now. What did you make of that, man?
Listen, it's always a pleasure to be with my main man, Usman. Yes, thank you for the vine, bruv. I'm not one to toot my horn, but toot bitches. I've been saying it for a long time. And look, I'm not one to even cuss. This is how fuming I am. Like normally I come on and I'll say things, I take the piss, I have fun, I joke, but I'm so fuming, like literally. But the thing is, I can't be mad because I'm not even stressed. I've been saying it. I don't know if you remember this, Usman. The first time you ever invited me on a stream, it was it's been a while ago, and I was actually mobile. And when I came on, everyone was talking about a bad performance, and I came on and was like really talking about how Ollie was amazing and all this stuff, and everyone was just sitting there like this, and then I was like, nah, y'all, I'm just playing. Yeah, right? I don't know if you remember that, but like that for real. I've been saying this from day one. The reason I'm not stressed this year is because we all know, right, that the biggest problem at the club is the lack of ambition, and our board, our owners, are crap. You know, as I hate to claim them as Yanks, they're not the Yanks you love to love. They're scrubs. However, the thing is, they do allow the club to spend its own money on players more than a lot of other clubs. So if we had the right footballing people in place and managers, we could still win even with these scrubs in Florida. The problem is there's no ambition to win. There's no ambition to do anything but top 4. And Ollie's the perfect guy for them. At least he has been up to this point. But this consistent inconsistency, I've been saying it for over 2.5 years. And people are like, oh, you're just negative. You know, you're a plastic. What do you know about our club? Listen to your accent. Where are you from? You know, all that kind of nonsense. You're not a real fan, you know, when I'm up at like 4:30 to watch games. So less of that. The thing is, and I don't get up 4:30 to watch that. So the only thing I'm disappointed in today is that I broke my remote control because it's the hope that kills you. And when we got back in the game, I was like, let's go. And then to give up that goal so quick, I chucked my remote. The old me came back, bro. The old me came back and went. This is why I don't do watch-alongs. I will break stuff, bro. I gotta be going mad. But I'll say this. I want to say something about what Darren said earlier, because shout out to Daz. Go follow his content, especially when he's talking NFL and NBA with that accent. I got time for it. It cracks me up. Talking about American football, all that stuff. Anyway, listen. I'm sitting here and I hear Darren say it doesn't make sense to say we play better against better teams. Well, it does make sense, and here's why. Because you got to give Ole credit where it's due, right? This is where he gets credit. He understands that his coaching staff can coach to play mid-table, small-side football. So we can set up to hit teams on the break and play very tight and just sit back and absorb pressure. We've done that in the past. Now, with the signing of Ronaldo, that's changed because Ronaldo, we see it. He's not as explosive as he was before. In short bursts, he can do it. But there were times today where I thought, oh, Ronnie's in, or Ronnie's got that, and he just didn't get to it, right? Bruno put one ball in for him that a few years ago, he gets to that, and he doesn't get to it now. So here's the thing. The Glazers care so much about their bank account because whether you guys know this or not, even if they pay Ronaldo $100 million, which they're not, what are they paying him? It's going to be something like $50 million in 2 seasons. Between that $50 million that they're paying him, give or take, and then the $30 million they spent to get him, let's just say $80 million, They've already made 280 off of Ronaldo between the stock prices going up and the shirt sales. They've already won. That's all they care about. They don't care about balance. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about any of that. All they care about is top four and money. So that's why, like this year, I said, look, if we keep this guy in charge, I'm not going to get overly worked up, which is a lie because I will still something because I love my club like that. But bro, we've seen this before, consistently inconsistent. The thing that does scare me this year, though, is that we've been bad almost all season. Like even some of our wins have been straight up smash and grab shit housing. We haven't been good. So the guy don't have a clue. He's not a good manager. He gets a pass because of who he was at the club and the fact that you heard if you were watching today, they sung Ollie's at the Wheel for like 10 minutes at the top of their lungs after Mason scored a worldie. I mean, a worldie. And they saw that because the fans in the stadium love this guy. And people are like, well, you don't know. You don't go to games. Not often. When I get to, I do. And it costs me a ton of money, by the way. But here's the thing. When I was at the last game I was at, I would say at least 30% of the crowd was straight up hammered. So, I mean, they're either drunk on the sauce or meat pies. So just because you go to a game, one, don't mean you know what the crap you're looking at, or two, don't make you a better fan than somebody else. But in their world, it does. And the problem, Usman, is many of these guys who are my age and up, they still think it's 1980 and 1990. The world has changed. The game has changed. Ollie wants these blood and thunder. We'll just play hard and make it work type players. You know, that's why McPassion gets into games all the time. Listen, my friend is here from the East Coast. He was watching the game with me this morning. So McPassion gets put in, right? He's watching this, and in like 5 minutes, he's like, dude, that guy right there is just not good. This guy don't even watch the game.
Bro, he still don't Scott McTominay. We conceded twice. I mean, when Matic was on, we were looking okay in the ascendancy. But McTominay comes on, and we concede twice. I didn't understand that substitution at all. The Lingard sub for me, I wasn't opposed to it, but it came so fucking late. Like, what is he meant to do with 10 minutes? But obviously, Leicester did a lot in 10 minutes because they scored like 3 times. But, like, for me, it's just, like, I agree with you in terms of where you said that, you know, you've kind of passed the point of caring. Because, look, for me, right, obviously, I had my little rant at the start of this video, but in general, I wasn't that angry because I'm just done. Like, I'm so finished. Like, I have absolutely no expectation. Like, I predicted that we draw this game. I predicted that we'd only get, me and Flawless predicted that we'd only get 6 points in this run of 7 games. And people were saying, you guys are overly negative. We've all said that we'll draw to Leicester and we've lost to them. So that means we need to be, if we do not beat Liverpool next week, right, hypothetically speaking, which is looking likely, we're 7 points off top already. And we haven't.
But it's not being negative. It's when it's calling it what it is, bro. That's the thing that annoys me.
We haven't played Man City. We haven't played flipping Chelsea. We're gonna play all of them now. So if we're 7 points off top, come this time next week or next Sunday, wherever it is, then that means we have to beat Chelsea or Man City. Otherwise, we're gonna be 9 points off, 11 points. It's only November. The gap is only going to get bigger. It's not going to decrease because all the teams start dropping 11 points. There's no way 3 other teams in Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool are all going to drop 11 points. Maybe 1 or 2 might, but not all 3 of them. And the sort of the objective of this season was to challenge, be in the conversation, and in my eyes, win the bloody league. So for me, he's not even doing the bare minimum, which was challenging. We don't look nowhere near good enough under this manager consistently.
Well, what I told people at the beginning of the season, right? I told people because I heard all this stuff. We're going to be challenging come the end of the year. We're going to do this and do that. I said, look, I don't see it happening, but I'm hoping we're challenging, you know, come March, you know, April. Let's hope we're in it, right? At least be in it. So we're all excited about that. And I told my son this morning, I said, you know, it's not even mid-October. I said, we're out of a title race. Like, we're out of it, and we're already out of the Carabao Cup. We're not winning the champs. Come on, man. We're not winning the champs.
We're not winning the league, but that's.
And I doubt we got a chance in the FA Cup. That's our best chance to win something. And I'll tell you, the thing that really bugs me is that people are. Listen, I loaded the excuses week 1. I said, here's the excuse this year. Ollie didn't get the defensive midfielder he needed, right? Now it's going to be not only to only not get the defensive midfielder, look, we lost Varane. Look what happened when Liverpool had all their injuries. We have injuries.
They can't say that. They can't say
they're
that.
already they're already
loading,
loading,
say that, Sean. Because this defense that we had available today got a second spot, and I heard that was a success. So
yeah. Well, no, they're going to say it though.
I know, but what I'm saying is they can't even say that because this defense got a second last season. So they can't even.
So I got a question for you. I don't know if you deep this, right? Because I might be overthinking everything because I'm just chilling. So there was multiple times during this match that Jadon Sancho was making phenomenal runs down the left side, and the ball was not coming his way.
Yeah.
People were not looking to pass him the ball. They weren't making the switch or the cross. And I'm like, man, I'm like yelling at the television. I'm like, Jadon, pass the ball, right? I'm screaming. Yeah. Marcus Rashford comes in, right? He hasn't been in 30 seconds. And Bruno, I don't know if you remember this, he hits like a 35, 40-yard ball to Marcus. He switches play in the air when Marcus is making that run. And I was thinking to myself, are they seeing Jadon and just not giving him the ball? Like, it was just weird to me. I don't know if you saw that. But as soon as Marcus came in, they were making that
I hear
those looks. But it's like Jadon, they don't even look to give him the ball like that.
Oops, turn my camera off. Yeah, that was a very good point. I'm not going to lie. I do think there is a case for, just ignoring him. And, that's that joke that was going on. I think Benzema might have started actually. They're playing don't pass it to XYZ. They're playing against us, sort of thing. It does give me that vibe. But you're right. Rashford comes on, gets the ball played over the top via a fantastic pass by Lindelof, by the way. Great play from Rashford. I mean, at that point, 2-2. I was thinking, okay, look, we might be able to salvage a draw, maybe even nick a win. I was still pissed. I was still saying, Ollie, you can check the tweets there. I'm not deleting anything. But yeah, for me personally, man, it's the writing's on the wall, man. It's just
outside of the hospital pass, which we haven't seen a lot of this year. What did you think of De Gea? I mean, I feel like this year is a shot stopper.
I've said right at the start of this show, that David De Gea was man of the match for Manchester United Football Club today, without a shadow of a doubt. I know other people may have said X, Y, and Z, but if you actually look at it, he saved us from losing 7-2, comfortably. I mean, that save.
I think he saves that shot from Benzema over the weekend, by the way. I mean,
I know, and that Tielemans save as well, the one he's tipped onto the post, it was absolutely outrageous. I mean, he has no right to save that. Just so many different. Like there was one when there was like a bit of pinball. All three of the players tried to volley it. De Gea comes off his hand quickly, makes himself big, saves that one as well. I mean, there was so many saves. The one
Maguire was trash, bro. What is like? He's been bad this year, but like, okay, my kids, I would just, as a coach, I would go crazy at them. Okay, first off, that hospital pass, I get it, but you got to hustle onto that and either play it back to De Gea to clear it or do something. He stood there. And then, like, he's going to shimmy, shake, and cross somebody up like he's playing basketball. When Iheanacho looked like, prime Lukaku today, he just bullied this dude all game. Listen, Maguire, and here, anybody that knows the Leicester song, like, I need to know it because it was cracking me up, but I couldn't make it out because they were, like, singing our Harry Maguire song, but they were singing it as, taking the piss and as answer. Whoever knows that song, send it to me on my DMs on Twitter. I've got to know it because it was cracking me up and I couldn't put it all together.
All right, Sean, listen, I'm going to let you go because the coach is waiting backstage. As always, thank you for coming through.
Big up all the man.
Obviously, Sean is a regular on this channel as well, so make sure you do support him. And obviously, Darren is coming on. Hey, Sean, just before you go, let the people know where they can find you, my brother.
Yeah, go over to YouTube and subscribe to Worldwide Red Show. If you're not subscribed already, get involved, watch some videos, comment, get involved, do all that kind of stuff. Or at the crazy world of football Twitter, I'm the Yank you love to love at, where's it at? Right there, Worldwide Reds _show. That's me.
Yes, blessings, guys. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, as always, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sure you will. The weather's absolute gorgeous.
Got games today, bro. We got to get the W's.
Listen, we all
Houston Dynamo Youth Academy. Let's go. I might have to become an MLS fan.
Yes, you love to see it. You love to see it. I'm going to have to come and watch a game definitely very shortly. But, Sean, thank you as always for coming through, bro. I'll speak to you very soon, my guy.
Bless.
God bless. God bless. Shout out to Sean and obviously Darren came through. I don't know if Koji is available. Oh, yeah, he is available. Right, okay, that's fine. So just before I get Koji in, I just want to get some of your guys' comments in. Obviously, it's an interactive show, as always. The light has gone off in my room, so just give me 1 second. As you can see, just while I'm sorting the light out, if you haven't already, please do slap a like on my video. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, so make sure you slap a like on the video. Obviously, subscribe if you are new to the channel for daily content, not just surrounding Manchester United, but football in general, in particular Manchester United, of course. We do cover a lot of Man United news, but it's an absolute shambles. Let's just get some of your comments in quickly. James, will Ollie still be the manager after Christmas? If Ollie's a manager come this time next week, I'm going to be fucking fuming because, okay, granted, Atlanta, we could potentially win that game, but that changes absolutely nothing for me. Being Atlanta does not change anything for me. If we lose to Liverpool next week, he should be sacked. He should be sacked today. He should have been sacked ages ago. The fact that people still think that Ollie's good enough for this club, it absolutely blows my mind. Let's get some more questions. Comments in, sorry. Shakia saying Ollie's testing my patience. I'm assuming that's referring to the fact that you are still Ollie in. Please explain why. Alex is saying Ollie out, no punches there. James, I will always love Ollie for what he's done for United as a player, but as a manager, I can't say he knows what he's doing. And if Mike Phelan picking the team, is it Mike Phelan picking the team? I mean, if Mike Phelan's picking the team, at least he'd be doing something because I don't actually know what the hell he does. David De Gea is back to Superman. Made the club turn shit again. Sorry, I can't even read. Without being at his best, we would be below Arsenal. Absolute fact. Ollie said something is wrong at the moment and asked if more legs are needed in the team. If not, what do we do? What? Bro, is he taking the fucking piss? More legs are needed. Is that his answer to the absolute shambles of the team performance? Because someone get me some quotes from Ollie, because obviously, as always, I don't look at anything after the game because I'm doing the match. I don't know what's happened to my camera. It's gone all over the place. If Spurs win tomorrow, they will be above us, though. Bro, imagine how bad Spurs have been under Nuno. There we go. I knew there was something wrong. My stand's wrong. Give me a sec. But yeah, so look how bad Spurs have been, and Nuno might be above us tomorrow. You're taking that actual piss, boys. That's an absolute embarrassment. But listen, let's get Kojo in before my entire set breaks. Obviously, if you haven't, keep getting your comments in. Obviously, get your thoughts in. Kojo, firstly, thank you for doing the watch along. Obviously, I had an absolute shambles in terms of technical difficulties. But what can I say, bro? What can I say? I'm sure your face says it all, bro. How you feeling?
You know, just let me, because I ain't got much time, so let me just go off and then. So, over this time that he's been here, we've heard such things. I'm going to go from the most recent backwards. We've heard Ronaldo doesn't work in this team. Ronaldo is the reason why we don't press. Press has been non-existent for years, but it is what it is. We don't do combination play. We only did it one time when we came back from COVID with Greenwood, Martial, and Rashford. After that, non-existent. We hear about the midfield. What's the best partnership? He plays one partnership time and time again. The other ones don't play together since 1920. They come together today, not too great. He plays players consistently when they're injured. Does not rest them, does not rotate, despite the fact that we have a squad to rotate. So yes, I understand that Tellers not being near the form of Shaw, but when Shaw needs a rest the boy. Maguire had one training session when he jogged on the pitch yesterday, apparently. Here he is back in an intense football game against two potent strikers, and sorry, correct me myself, a third one that just came on and scored in Dakar, right? Cool. And with all this, not once have we had like a spell. I'm not talking about when he was caretaker manager. When he became manager of Man United Football Club, we've not had a spell. Sorry, what's coming? There we go. We had a spell. We've not had a spell where we've said United have been fantastic for an amount of time. And I'm not talking about away form. Yes, you can go unbeaten for 28 games or whatever it was. But when the performances overall are generally quite poor, that means nothing to me. That means absolutely nothing to me. I'm going to say this right now. His legacy right now, if you want to call it legacy, it's been, 3 years? But if you want to call it legacy as manager of the club, not player, as manager of the club is, I was about to lose my job and then I beat Man City. I was about to lose my job and I got a decent result against Liverpool. That's been his legacy at this club. I was about to, there was a lot of doubts because we started off so well, then we started going on this poor streak, and then we suddenly beat PSG in the Champions League, first knockout round, and then we got through and faced Barcelona. That's his legacy. His legacy is not, because when you talk about being up against it, I'm not expecting you to be Sir Alex Ferguson. What I'm expecting you to do is when you're up against it and you get critical results, I want those critical results to mean pushing closer towards a challenge or something, getting closer to a trophy. And then when you got closer to a trophy, what was it yesterday or today? He said that it was yesterday that he said that the players were tired towards the end of the season, but you didn't make a sub until after 100 minutes of a final. So look, I get on the players a lot, and you know Jerry as well is one. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Darren messaged me earlier, said, "Can I do this?" And I said, "Nah." And then bit by bit, I was in the Uber. My head was getting more and more hot. So I said, "Let me come and join you, bro." Jerry makes a very good point because today the players were pathetic. Let's not even try and sugarcoat it. The players were absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Not one of them will get any bit of praise from me apart from De Gea. De Gea's the only reason why it wasn't 5 or 6. Yeah. Cool. But this is a recurring theme because we talk about Ole coming out here and changing things at United and bringing the feel-good factor. Not one of us has consistently for a matter of time had a good feel-good factor about Man United Football Club. His man management is excellent because he kept Paul Pogba at the club. That's one man. That's one man out of how many? His philosophy. What is the philosophy? Do we press? Do we press well? Apparently Ronaldo don't press. I saw Ronaldo running towards the ball, trying to press players, and he's looking behind him, and there's no one backing him. So where is the press? It's not just one man that's available for press. It should be a collective. There should be a tactic towards it. 3 man go forward. Pep Guardiola used to do at Barcelona. Chase the ball for about maybe 7 seconds. If you don't get it back within those 7 seconds, hold your shape. Where's the logic in Man United? Is there any? Do you see any game plan? Do you see? None of us do. The reason why we bitch and moan every day about this club and this manager is because of the fact that none of us are actually satisfied with what's happening with the club, players or manager. So there is no cohesive happiness. There is no feel-good factor. That's a nonsense. That's an absolute nonsense. So look, at this point, I'm tired of saying he should get out because, yeah, he should. It's quite logical at this point. We all know this. But I can't phantom at this point giving him any more time. We got Liverpool next week. Now, Usman, you know how it goes. Usman, you know how it goes. We've been here before, right?
Bro, come on, man.
There is every chance that we can come out next week and be like, oh my God, we beat Liverpool Football Club. We're happy because we hate Liverpool. But then what's going to happen again? Because when we beat Man City, what happened? When we beat PSG, what happened? When we got our semi-final, finally, what happened? We talk about progress, and me, you were saying that in the group chats, and me, we talk about progress. 3rd, 2nd. I'm not trying to be harsh, but what comes after 2nd? So what are we expecting? What's the progression? Are you ready for it? You brought Sancho in. You brought Varane in. You brought Ronaldo in. You brought Maguire in. You brought in Wan-Bissaka. Shall I continue? I'm trying my best to stay calm because it's still October, and things can change very, very fast. But do we have that faith in him to change it? Because we keep doing this. We say, oh, Mourinho left this club in the state. Mourinho came second and identified what we needed in the transfer window wasn't backed. That's when he started moving mad. Right. Louis van Gaal with his unconvincing football left with a trophy in the final. So what's this guy's excuse? If you got the feel-good factor, if the players like you, if the players are feeling you.
Jerry just put a comment.
I know, I saw it. And I want to laugh, but I'm mad. If the players are feeling you and the feel-good factor is there, where's my trophy? Why are we not seeing armpits? Why is Ronaldo struggling for service yet again?
That's just not happening, man. It's not happening, darling. Me and you, I mean, we've got a certain man backstage saying we're going to win the domestic treble this season, so I can't wait to hear from him. He's taking the piss out of me in the chat, which is cracking me up. But listen, regarding, obviously everything you said is complete facts, man. At the end of the day, the players, of course, the players have to take blame. And I think people were saying to me that, oh, Usman, you're blaming only for the Maguire mistake. Of course, Maguire is to blame for the mistake. I'm not 1 second saying that Maguire's not to blame. But at the end of the day, why is he on the pitch? I mean, Jerry literally said it as a piss take joke. Oh, Maguire's going to be playing. He jogged on the grass. Like, he was literally joking. Like, taking the piss, bro. And he actually started, as you said, in a game where there's going to be a lot of intensity. And I said it as well. They move the ball quick through transition. Leicester are a team that are very direct with their football. We know how they play. They play counter-attack predominantly, but even when they're playing in transition, it's very, very quick. They move the ball swiftly, something we obviously don't do. But it was evident that Maguire would struggle. Even the best of Maguires would struggle in this game because it's a game for him that he would get exploited. And that was inevitable. I mean, he got violated the whole game alongside a lot of other players on the pitch. We know that. But why was he put in that position from the manager? And it comes back to what you said earlier. Ollie were consistent to play. People are injured. I mean, Luke Shaw against Everton, he literally came out and said, I didn't train one day. He didn't have one training session the entire day, the entire week, not even like a couple of days. The entire week he didn't train. And I think Ollie must have seen the Roberto Carlos memes or something because he thought, we've got to play Shaw. Like, it's just shit like that, man. Just basic human mistakes. But listen, Calder, before we go, as always, man, obviously, just shout your socials out. Let the people know because obviously I want to get Jerry through as well. Let the people know, man, how you feel. Not how you feel.
Free Midfield. If you want to hear me rant on Monday, come and tune in. Free Midfield podcast on YouTube. Free Midfield, everybody, everywhere else. At this point, I'm triggered. Usman Talks United. Mondays, Wednesdays, I will be back on Wednesdays very soon, actually, as well.
Yes.
And any other day Usman wants me. And other than that, listen, get this guy out, man. I'm done. Get him out, bro. All right.
Oh God! Listen, Kojo, try and enjoy the rest of your day. You're looking very sexy as always. Like you playing out, honestly, Kojo. Kojo always putting us to shame, man. A beautiful human being, and that. Kojo, enjoy the rest of your day, my guy, man.
Cheers, man.
God bless, brother. God bless. Listen, Darryl's in the chat saying scary stuff. Fuck yeah. That Sancho quote is going to come back to haunt us, I swear to God. You guys need to see these quotes. Can someone please put these Ollie quotes in, please? I beg. All right, okay, there we've got one. And before I get you on, Jerry, I'm just going to read this quotes out because you're probably mocking my face anyway, so it's crackle. Let me just read some. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm not. People probably coming up and think this guy's so bipolar. Like, man, 1 second he's raging, 1 second laughing. But let me just get this comment out firstly. Ollie, lately, I'm getting violent in this chat. It's cracking up. Ollie, lately, we have not been in great form. Lost too many points, and that's something we have to look at. We might need to change. Do we need more legs in there? What do we need? What? Man is asking. There are people interviewing him. What do we need? Is this guy being serious? This is our manager. Look at our team. Look who we got at disposal. Man can sub on Marcus Rashford off the bench. And that's without Cavani, Martial, and Van der Beek. And Lingard as well, potentially. He's an impact sub. He's a good player off the bench. Bro, that is his options. And this guy is getting peppered by Leicester once again. And he's getting... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ollie keeps playing the same formation of players. Do nothing. I agree. Players need to improve as well. I think the players have down tools, to be quite frank as well. I think some of them definitely have. Obviously, that will be a conversation for another day, potentially. But obviously, as I was saying, make sure you do slap a like. Subscribe to the channel, obviously. Follow my... I've said obviously about 7 times. Ignore me, man. But follow my socials down below. Usman Talks United. Let's get Jerry in. Last listen up. It's good to hear you. Jerry, bro.
I mean,
you're giving me jokes, man. I take it, man. It puts a smile on me still, but it's all good, man. It's all good. What are you saying to me, Jerry? What are you saying to me? Did you enjoy that, yeah?
Right, you should be grateful that we did the watch along for you, because fam, that
bro, honest to God, I'm so happy I didn't do it. I know it sounds really bad, but Kojo basically said to me, Usman, can you get someone? I said, ask Jerry. And then obviously you was like, yeah, do it. I was like, fucking thank God, because I couldn't be asked today, man. I couldn't get a stream as well. So I was like 4 minutes behind. Like literally, I didn't know Rashford scored, and then Rashford scored, then obviously they scored, and then they scored again by the time I would have caught up half. So what is the point? So luckily I wasn't on it anyways. But bro, chat to me, man. Yo, what are you saying, man? What are you saying?
What's this to say, fam? Like, although
Ollie's at the wheel, isn't it?
Bro, see, there you go. I only try balance the argument because we're all saying the same things. But
yeah, I hear you.
The writing is on the wall. He's got to go. He's got to go. Like, bruv.
I mean, that Liverpool game. Surely, if he loses that one, he's gonna get sacked and released. There's no way any top Reds will accept that.
I even asked my bro on my stream just now, would you take a loss to Liverpool?
Don't ask me this question, man.
Yeah, I know, but he said, yeah, he said straight up, yeah, he would.
But your brother, that's like Ollie in.
No, he was like at the end of the 1920 season because he came third and then second or whatnot. But then he said, yeah, this Sunday, if he'll take the loss if it means Oli gets to go because
the thing for me is right. The reason I it's hard for me to say that because it's Liverpool and obviously,
same. I was the same.
I don't want to lose to them bastards. I'm sorry to swear,
Yeah.
but I don't because I can't stand the fans. I can't stand that club. I hate all of them. Like I literally can't stand them. So for me, if it was Man City, I would accept it because I don't have that much affiliation with them, to be honest with you. But Liverpool's hard because we're doing them a massive favor in terms of their real
Title
credentials. That's going to give them a lot of confidence going into that one. Even Liverpool fans, whether they want to banter us right now, they know it's Man United. They know we've got top quality players. We beat them in the obviously Cup. Bruno scored that free kick. I know they beat us in the league, but they know we're capable of beating them. They know that, and we know that as well. But the problem for me is and again, it's like a double-edged sword, like, because if he hypothetically wins that game, which is what I said on a stream that I was on yesterday, then it's going to go the other way, and people are going to start bullshitting and saying, "Oh, give him time," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And as Kojo just said, I don't know if it was Kojo or Darren, but one of them just said that. I might even be sure. I think it was Kojo, but one of them basically said that he's basically finished now. He's passed it. Regardless of what happens in the next couple of games, it's irrelevant because you can beat these teams. I think it was Darren. You can beat these teams in a one-off game. It doesn't mean anything because the bigger picture is going to remain the same. We've done it against PSG. What happened the next leg? We've done it against Man City. What happened the game after we lost like a West Brom? Like, it's just consistent, man. Like, it's just consistent failure after failure. And there's no consistency. Mans was saying to me in the chat that we're consistent away from home. 28 wins, yeah? Well, shove that up your ass, motherfuckers. Where's that 28 wins now?
Hey, see that record?
Absolutely nothing to show for it, bro. So, yeah, where do we go from here, man? Like, that Liverpool game, for example, like, would you take that? Would you take that L and then get Oli sacked? Or where you
just
saying?
like you, it's hard, man. I hate, like, my hatred for Liverpool is number one. I know back in the day in school it was Arsenal and that, but Liverpool's it's just a sour taste, man. Because now that they're on the up and we're kind of on the down, like if they win the league this season, what they level with us, I can't take that. I can't. Like 20 times United, we used to stop singing that song. That song is void.
Bro, we can't sing that, man. It's
We
embarrassing.
can't. It's done. And
I still sing it as well. I'm not gonna lie. I was singing. Obviously, you gotta sing when you can.
yeah, it's part of it, but
if you actually deep it, if they win the league this year, we're finished, bro. Because they are the biggest club in England.
Yeah, because they've won more major trophies and stuff. So,
but they're the biggest club. If they win the league this season, yeah, we can't say that we're the biggest club in England. It's as simple as that. Because for me, that would make them the biggest club. I know people say we've won a lot of Premier League titles, and obviously I accept that, but they've won European trophies. Like we haven't got. They've got 4 more than us, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, they got 7. We've got 3. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of. I mean, there's
6. I think they got 6. Yeah.
But either or, man, they're on the ascendancy, and we're just like stagnated. Obviously, people will be on a trajectory because we're third. I mean, third.
Yeah, I was just no. Wait.
So go on then, chat to me then, Mr.
Because
third, we're this way, man. But we're this way.
I was just accepting the facts. Obviously, I know the football's been horrible. It's been horrible. When I look at the league table, I can't be that angry at the club because we're in a good position. It's not like we're Arsenal where we're 8th, 9th, 10th, and we're just going down the league.
Give it 3 weeks and we'll be below Arsenal and Spurs.
Wait, Arsenal win on Monday. They're 1 point behind us. Anyway.
Oh, fuck that. Come off it, man. Jerry, look at their team. Look at ours, my brother.
It's mad. But like,
bro, we got Liverpool next. They're going to be above us. Arsenal Football Club are going to be above us, bro. You know how embarrassing that is?
Embarrassing, man.
They were last and we were fucking second or some shit. Literally, they give us a 9-point head start, whatever bollocks it was. Like, literally, bro, come on, man. We haven't played anyone. Come on, man.
With Oli, though, like, he's done his job. I always say, like, to me, what he's done is the interim job. This is what he came for. He was literally brought in to make us kind of relevant again. And he's done that to a good standard, but to take us from this to now to be the elite club in Europe and in England, he can't do it. And the board needs to just wake up after the money they spent this summer as well, bringing back Ronaldo, giving him Varane, Sancho. I know we didn't get a DM, but so what? We should be clear of the league. Like you said, we ain't played no one. We ain't played nobody. And now we got Liverpool next, where if they beat us, their title thing is we
got Liverpool, Spurs, Man City. I think it's Watford, then Chelsea,
Arsenal.
and then Arsenal. So in those 6 games, yeah, this was not, I wouldn't say the easiest game, but it was definitely easy game.
Yeah,
Although I
yeah.
said we weren't going to win it anyways. I knew we wouldn't beat Leicester because we never do really. But I wasn't expecting us to get our ass handed to us like this. But that
slapped.
aside, in those 6 games, yeah, if we don't get maximum points, which is 18, which we're obviously not going to, that means we're going to be at least 10 points off the top of the table.
Yeah.
So let's say we get 10 points, yeah, which is probably a decent return given the current climate that we're in. It's not a great return, but it'll probably be okay for us. That means we've dropped 8 points. Those other teams around us, yeah, not all of them are dropping 8 points. We're already 5 points off, so we're comfortably going to be 10 points off top. That is crazy, bro. It's November, we're 10 points off top, and then we need 3, maybe 4 teams above us to drop 10 points each. That's not going to happen, is it?
It's not. Like even us, we can't rely on us to win games. Like today, Greenwood, what a screamer! But I didn't see how he was going to score, and I knew Rashford. I said it. I knew he's going to come on and hopefully save.
We said so many times, Rashford will come on
and save his job.
And score. We actually called that. We called it to T. Lindelof pass as well. It was
it's the same combination.
Great
and then
goal.
one minute, fam, from kickoff.
Oh, it wasn't even 1 minute. It was 15 seconds. It was actually 15 seconds. I played the ball back. They switched it to the left back, and then that's where the goal came from. Like it was.
Why did Scott come on, please? Like what's the thinking?
What the fuck was that sub?
I don't understand.
I don't understand this guy, bro. He was kind of controlling the game, like. But I mean, I've got to be honest, right? I know I don't want to go into I've not mentioned any real individual players. But Paul Pogba, for me, right, alongside a lot of other players, they do all shit, and there was no one that he's better than he do all shit. But Paul Pogba, to me, I think he's down tools. Honestly, I just got I got that vibe of him today. They were all shit. Don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone was better than him or worse. I mean, they were all give it all shit basically. But his body language for me wasn't good. I didn't like his body language for a lot of that game. I just felt like he wasn't there. Like, look at him for France. Obviously, it's his country. It's going to mean more to him. But I don't give a shit. It should mean that much to you at Manchester United as well. You've been here for a long time. You're an academy graduate to an extent. At the end of the day, I don't see that passion and hunger from the players. All he keeps banging on about passion and hunger, and there's nothing to do with McFred. There's no one in that team that screams out to me that they're really dying to win this game. They wanted it way more than as Leicester. They wanted it way more, and that has been a consistent theme, and that comes from the manager. You set the precedent from the top down. It's as simple as that. He's the guy at the top. We start every single game the same. Absolutely shit. Slow, methodical, clueless, no intensity, no passion that you keep going on about, no desire to win the ball back. And it's the same thing. At the end of the day, that comes from the manager. Look at the way Liverpool played today against Watford. That was absolutely outrageous. The way they were like wild dogs on them.
I said this, yeah. We got Watford soon. We're gonna go there and make them look like Brazil.
They're gonna pop us off the park.
Bro, we make it so like we should go to Watford ourselves with the team that we have and go slap them 100%. Because, but look at our team. Sometimes I just sit down and wonder. This team should be the best team in the league. Look at our team, bro.
Bro, it's outrageous, bro.
Look at the players we have. We should be the best.
Lineup on paper, bro, and look.
Bro, it's nuts. It's crazy.
It's crazy. If you actually deep here, crazy that lineup. That's actually Galactical standards.
Literally, yeah.
It's mad. That is actually mad on paper.
We're wasting years with this guy. He's got to go, man. He's got to go. Like, it's not even a malice thing. I'm screaming on the app. He should think I'm not doing this club justice, man. Like. Look what's happening. Like even Pogba, I seen his post match. He said they're conceding silly goals. They don't know what the problem is. The problem is the managers. The whole team needs a lift. We need someone that commands respect. That when they come
ideas, man.
We need something different. Like we need new. Like if it's obviously new cultures or what. But the cycle's done now. He's done his job. This was get us back to where you're supposed to, and then give it to a proper guy who could take us to the gold. And
who is that proper guy though who's currently available? Let's say Oligos.
I know people say Conte is not a thing, but for me, like my bro said, football's changed now where we're not going to see managers for 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I want to win now. I've been waiting since 2013. I want to win the Premier League. I don't care how it comes. I really don't.
I hear you, man. Like I've consistently said I don't want Conte, so I'm not going to sit here and sing his praises, so to speak. But At the same time, I've got to be honest. I'm getting desperate now. Like I'm not even lying. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and BS you guys. I've never wanted Conte. And not because I don't respect him as a manager and what he's done. I just don't think he suits Manchester United at all. I think he's a polar opposite of what an affiliate with this club. I mean, the formation is in a play. I don't know if you've got the personality to even do that mid-season. I just don't know if he can make it viable. But in saying that, we need to win the league. I can't be doing with Liverpool winning the fucking league, bro. The team right now, today, and I've said this consistent, I said it to you, is good enough to challenge Champions League. People were getting onto Ty's neck actually the other day saying, oh, we can't win the Champions League, blah, blah. I mean, Ty, to be honest, he was slightly wrong because he was saying it with Ollie. But me, I do agree with him. We can definitely win the Champions League, but not with this guy at charge. If we sacked him tomorrow and got a serial winner in, why can't we win the Champions League? Then I would agree with Ty. And I know you said that as well earlier. Obviously, we've spoken about that. But I would agree with you guys then, because I think we're capable. We can beat anyone on our day with the players we've got. We've got match winners galore. So everything else he said, I agreed with, and obviously what you said in the past. But Ollie is not that guy. Ollie is not a serial winner. Ollie has not got it. His in-game management is embarrassing. What the fuck were the substitutions today? He brought on Marcus Rashford, completely fine, but then he's got so many options on the bench. He's brought on nobody else. Like, he's just sat there twiddling his thumbs. He brings on Scott McTominay and Lingard. I mean, Lingard, right? Oh, fuck. Lingard, every game he's come off the bench, he's impacted it. Every single game, 5 in a row. He's either got an assist, he's got a goal, or he's contributing in a manner where he's created space for someone else to score. He's had a positive influence in every single game he's played, and he's not used him. Yeah. Since he didn't use him, he used him very late against Villarreal. Luckily, he got the assist against Villarreal. He really shouldn't have. He was on the pitch for 5 minutes, and then obviously today he almost scored. Like, I know it was a pretty simple save for Schmeichel, but at least he tried to make something happen. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got the ball, tried to finesse it, edge of box, that kind of thing. But the point being is, why is he so scared to make changes? You could have put Pogba off and put Van der Beek on. You could have took Bruno off and put Van der Beek on. Just do something.
The Bruno thing is starting to piss me off now. Like, I get he's an important part of the squad, but like Jerry, even back in the day,
I told you ages ago, didn't I? You did. Are you? No, I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah. I know what you're gonna say, but now the squad we have, we've got like. You City used to do it. Y'all used to start deep when they needed a goal, pushing forward, take off whoever, Nasri or whoever. Like, what's the harm in taking off Bruno, pushing Pogba forward, and then bring on Van der Beek to replace Pogba? Like, Bruno, I get it. Like I said, always involved, he scores. But we need to change something. It's not working right now with the players we have. Change it up, man. Throw the dice, throw the kitchen sink. We need to win, bruv. United back in the day, you'll see us peppering the goal. Ball was in the box. With the goals coming today, I didn't see the goal coming. I know Rashford scored, but that came out of nowhere to me. I literally just saw him through on goal and he bagged it. I was thinking, wow, who did that pass? Because I didn't see it.
It's a big pass, man. Lindelof, that bloody fair play to him. Big spot as well. He's got but that's the thing with Ollie, though. That's what I said to you ages ago. I said it to you. And people got onto me because I thought I was criticizing Bruno. It wasn't a critique of Bruno. It was more the fact that, you know, you have to mix things up. You have to be willing to take risks and change the script because you're doing the same shit. And Bruno's not. I mean, I know Bruno's a match winner. He's got the capabilities of scoring out of thin air. We know that. But at the same time, if he's not impacting the game, why is he still on the pitch? And that's the same for Pogba. That's the same for other players as well. But the thing is, he took off fucking Greenwood, who was one of the brightest sparks in the game. Like he was one of the. I know he scored. He almost got another goal as well when he flicked in. It fell to Ronaldo, and there was that in the box, and then Like Greenwood looked like he might actually score, and he took him off. Like he could have still took Bruno off and put Lingard on. He didn't want it. Like why would he take Greenwood off? I don't understand that. Take Wan-Bissaka off. I don't know. Do something different. And it's just like for like every fucking time. Chelsea are 1-0 up as well, apparently. I don't know who scored, but hopefully it's Lukaku. But what should we ask Spiller because I was gonna buy him a fancy football, but I thought, nah, leave it. One more week, leave it. Fucking I'm fed up with fancy football and I'm fed up with this shit team as well. Like, absolutely pathetic team. Man, Liverpool won 5-0, bro. I had to watch most of that shite to then watch us get slapped by Leicester for the entirety of the game.
Hey, Chilwell. That was a goal.
Oh, that is I was gonna get him for sure, but I wasn't sure if he was gonna start, for fuck's sake.
That was techie.
Oh, that is so peak, man. I literally had him in my team, but I was like, is he gonna start? Is Alonso gonna start? I don't know. But listen, we're gonna wrap it there because obviously I don't want to be chatting about Chelsea. Manchester United, lose 4-2. As I said right at the start of the video, David De Gea man of the match by countryman. I'm not hearing anyone else's name being mentioned. If it wasn't for him, we would have lost 6-7. I don't mean it could have been anything, to be honest with you. He just saved our ass so many times. It's an absolute shambles. Of course, Oli has to go. That is my personal opinion. It seems that a lot of people seem to agree on the video. And we'll have to wait and see. I don't think he'll get sacked. I think potentially the Liverpool game could be the final nail in the coffin, as it was under Jose Mourinho when he got sacked. If you do watch this on repeat, please do slap a like on the video and please get your comments in down below. Let us know your thoughts. Have we been too negative? Or we've been too reactionary, which is obviously the thing that we always get labeled, which is fine. But if we are being too reactionary, please let us know why we are being too reactionary. Don't just say, "Oh, you guys are chatting shit," which is a common comment that I get. Let me know why I'm chatting shit. Please explain to me why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should get more time, because for me, I can't see anything changing. Even if we beat Liverpool, for me, it's just irrelevant. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to win the league here. But listen, everyone's socials who have called in will be down below. Make sure you follow them. Obviously, before we go, Jerry, just let the people know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, United Team Talk on the YouTube, on Osman Talks United, obviously, and the Twitter handle is JerryUTD_ on the screen. Oh man, Wednesday night. We'll be back.
I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my week. I'm gonna play some people with the lads. Probably lose on that as well, but it's friends. But listen, obviously everyone's links will be down below. We'll put them in straight away after I finish this. Make sure you do drop a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Usman Talks United. Tomorrow we got the Champions League show with Steve and the rest of the gang. They will be discussing all things Champions League. Hopefully they don't mention this game because I've got a feeling they might do. So it's going to be a long night for Rachel. I do feel for you, Rachel, but thank you for coming on. Apart from that, we'll be back on Monday, 10 o'clock. Not the normal time of 8 o'clock because Arsenal are playing Crystal Palace. So obviously we'll be back at 10 o'clock for that. I'm going to get absolutely battered on that. If Arsenal win, oh my God. We're 1 point above Arsenal. We're going to be below Spurs if they win as well. So I'm going to get annihilated on that show. I'm not looking forward to that. But please come through and support me because, like I said, it's going to be a long one. But apart from that, it's been your boys, man. Manchester United 2, Leicester 4. Thank you.